So, hey guys, Chauzu here. This video is going to be my legend Momonosuke breakdown. Let's jump into it. We're going to talk extensively about Momonosuke here. We're going to look at potential units to use with him. We're going to look at his PvP stuff and if he's any good there as well. So yeah, let's jump into it. Legend Momonosuke. And he's a Psy, Free Spirit and Slasher. He has a Super Tandem, which is very interesting. And he has a Super Type for Psy. 13 CD special as well. If we start with the Captain ability, he's a Free Spirit Slasher Captain. 5.25 times attack, 1.35 times HP. I think we can start right there with the numbers. That's just the Captain ability, 5.25 times attack. He doesn't have anything like extra, like a lot of normal legends even go to 5.5 times attack recently. So he's a bit on the lower side, but he does have stuff that makes up for it a bit. One of those is that he's a -2 CD Captain, which is always amazing, especially on a unit like this, which is basically a new take on V1 Kaido. He launches his special at the start of the stage, and this unit is all about extending his attack boost. In the Captain ability, he can do that by tapping on a Wano slot, which extends attack boost by 1 turn. And another big thing is that if crew is inflicted with bind, you change that into extending attack boost by 1 turn, so that is also part of all of the attack buff extension he has. But this is worth talking about because this is something I personally didn't think would ever happen. We're basically talking about a 99 turn bind resist unit. I have no idea why they thought this was a good idea to introduce into One Piece Treasure Cruise. And if Banned aren't careful, like they really have to redesign content around this, or a lot of stuff will become broken. Like, for an example, but that will be relevant, that people will try and exploit with this, is Kizuna. Basically, there is possibility to do zombie teams, but a lot of recent zombie teams have been around using the bug stalls. You have to reset the game for 99 turns, takes forever, and it's only and even then, like, it's not always really possible. Like if they do 99 plus turns debuff, for example. But the main thing standing away from normal zombie teams has been the fact that eventually they just bind you for 99 turns like all the time. So you can maybe resist it once with Toki, but not the second time. It's not possible. But now we can just run a legend that resists that and pair him up with a zombie captain, and now zombie might be fast again unless Bandai does something to ratify the situation. On top of that, he's also an experienced captain, and he's actually the same experience as Marco, so we have an option now. Both are pretty good choices in general. I'd say that I prefer to use Momo in like normal content if you just want extra experience. But for turtle farming in specific, I think I still go with Marco. Main reason for this being that with auto battle, I'm pretty sure that Marco is still faster since you don't get the special animation stage 1 when you use the special, and I've seen Momo special is pretty slow. And with Marco, you can just press auto right away and you kill everything in 3 hits. So I'd say Marco for normal turtle farm, maybe Momo for the rest. Marco is not bad either at beating content fast. So it's nice that we have some options. Very nice bonus for Momo for sure. Like, this captain ability does feel very strong for a normal legend. It's a bit similar to King in that you think like, is this really a normal legend? And it's pretty cool if they do this with the like filler legends during Super Sugos, which they easily could have made Super Sugo. Like Momo could have easily been one with this kit for sure. He's really strong. As for the special, as said, in captain ability it launches on turn 1, which means that everything of this happens turn 1 when you start the quest if Momo is captain. He reduces one enemy's HP by 10%. He does 300 times his attack inside damage to all enemies at end of turn for 10 turns. He also reduces attack down by 7 turns and damage reduction by 7 turns. Free Spirit and Slasher characters get a 2.5 times attack boost for 4 turns. Pretty noteworthy that in his captain he doesn't boost Psy units, but he does in the special, which opens up some other uses as a sub. Changes character slots to Wano and locks character slots for 1 turn. So we'll get back to all of the attack extension stuff in a bit. What I want to point out though is that when you do use Momo stage 1 automatically as captain, what happens basically is that Momo gets a Wano orb. That Wano orb is locked, and then for 10 turns you do end of turn damage. Psy end of turn damage, most noteworthy. This makes him pretty similar to V1 Kaido, but Momo won't do as much damage as V1 Kaido. Because the difference is that Kaido, like Momo, auto launches the special, so you also get that end of turn damage icon applied. But Kaido in his captain ability also has end of turn damage by itself. That's why Kaido can hit 3 times. Momo will only hit 1 time, even if you run 2 Momo captains. This will probably surprise a lot of people when they see it, but yeah. Basically, not a lot of reason to run 2 Momo. Momo is really a captain you want to hybrid up with other units, unless you want to go for experience memes. Shouldn't call it a meme, it's a legit, but unless you want experience, there's no reason to use double Momo. Let's go into the super types so we can have the discussion about attack extension. The requirement for super type is Luffy, Yamato, any of the Scabbards, Oden, Toki, Hiyori. So basically makes sense. I think it's a bit weird that Shinobu isn't a part of it, but it is what it is. And his super type changes block and type slots to Wano. He extends the duration of attack boost by 2 turns and changes Psy characters to Super Psy. And yeah, the cool thing with Momo is that he has so many ways to extend attack, so you can really get super creative with him. Let's take Treasure Map for example, which is going to be a mode where Momo is really good, and people will want to use him also for the extra experience you get from him. Like, at the start of the quest, you use the special, you get that 4 turns attack boost applied. After that is applied, in Treasure Map there is usually a dialogue which will remove 1 turn, which means that in Treasure Map this is a 3-turn attack boost at the start of the quest. So that means you can't keep it to the end. That's one of the problems with Treasure Map Sanji, who also does 4 turns boost in Treasure Map. But what you can do, either you manually tap on turn 1 to extend 1 turn, which is all you need, or you can use 1 super type, which has the added bonus of giving you a full board of Mono orbs specifically. Like if you have random orbs in the beginning, yeah, maybe you have some recovery or tandem, or you use some sub who gives like full board of Psy or something, whatever. So then Momo can keep the orbs to the end, and he also has an attack boost from the end. He has a captain ability that resists bind. He has extra experience, because why not? So yeah, he will be incredibly powerful in PvP. Well, not PvP, I mean Treasure Map. And just in general, like I said, if we start there, like 1 Momo, start with 4 turns attack in normal content, super type at another turn. Momo starts with a locked 1 orb, so tap with 1 no, it becomes 7 turns. Tap again, becomes 8 turns. Let's say you do the taps before the super type, then you use the super type, probably get a 1 orb again, 9 turns. So basically for free by himself, he can get 9 turns attack boost. And then he's a speedrun captain, so he will just get the special again. So yeah, He's pretty awesome, very cool gimmick, implemented perfectly. Add a bonus with the bind and experience, like, yeah, this is a unit everybody should have in their box. But we're not done, because this guy even has a super tandem. And it's the same requirements as the super type. There we go. And yeah, it doesn't do that much. It does a 2.25 times attack boost, free spirit and slasher. This is a tandem attack boost, so stacks with normal attack boost. And it also makes type slots have matching slot effects for 1 turn. And yeah, it's a bit like the OG super tandems, but those are still very strong. It's a very nice bonus to have. And I think I didn't include them in the but we can take a look before looking at units to pair up with Momo, because that's what we're going to talk about now. So we can move here. Before looking at the units I've picked, I have to double check a unit here that I overlooked for no reason. Let's see. Odin Tokyo, of course. Let's see their swap. Oh yeah, it's swatched to Wano, but the super swap changes adjacent to tandem. So this is going to be a really good sub you can use, like Momo does attack boost, Odin Toki can do ore boost with their swap. Their main special does color affinity, you get slasher resistance applied, you get adjacent orb change to tandems, you can get Momo's tandem as well. This is probably the best pairing you can do for Momo. And I feel dumb for not including them, but it's a good thing I realized while recording, because that's going to be a real cool combo. Like Odin Tokyo also has a super tandem, so you need to be careful to not get their super tandem. Like, it's stronger, but most people won't have Odin and Toki at level 5, so might as well go for Momo super tandem. Anyway, let's look at the units I actually have prepared for this video. I'm going to talk about 15 potential units. We're going to start with Sai Slasher Free Spirit, because I feel like if you do use Momo, even if he has a Slasher Free Spirit unit, he will hone in probably a bit on the Sai side. One of the best hybrids is probably Roger. That's a pretty amazing combo, not going to lie. First, we have the fact that he resists removing beneficial effects once per quest. Because one of the main things to be scared about with Momo is that they just remove the attack boost, and it doesn't matter if you extend them. Roger stops that, and Roger also resists the spears. With Roger and Momo, you literally resist 99 turns of bind on the spear. It's absolutely amazing. No other combo does that. And in special, if you have an attack boost, you get a 3-turn color affinity to match up with that. And if you have any war boost applied, you can extend it as well to keep it for the next stage. Like, this captain pair is absolutely cracked. It's one of the best captain pairings you can run. It handles so much in both terms of debuffs and offensive output. Like, it's really incredible, the things they do together. Another scatter we can mention, because if you want the super tandem condition, for example, you will try and fit a few scabbards and stuff like that. And Kingdom of Danger is pretty nice with their special, since they got some utility and they do the ore boost, which Momo can't handle. They also have a swap which adds the slasher resistance to do even more damage. And they also have a cool captain combo, since they keep giving you Wano orbs if you hit with color affinity. So if you face like an int content, then Momo will basically have perma Wano, and he will just keep extending his own attack boost forever. So that's a pretty cool captain combo you can do. I also included Law, and Law is mainly a sub, but he's a really cool sub for Momo, because Momo does a pretty good end of turn damage. But of course that won't go through barriers and such, but Law's special will let him go through barriers, and also applies increased damage taken with level limit break, and he himself also does pretty good damage, so It's possible that Lord special together with Momo might kill some annoying stages, so definitely worth keeping in mind when using Momo. And another unit, of course, is Sanji. You have to mention Sanji because just like Momo, Sanji auto launches stage 1. Momo gives 4-turn attack boost. What does Sanji give? Well, he gives a 4-turn ore boost. So this could have some interesting implications. And yeah, the issue with Sanji is that you really can't extend the ore boost, which more shows how incredibly good Momo is. But I'm still sure you can make some cool stuff with this, maybe finding other ways of extending the ore boost. And like Momo is a speedrun captain, Sanji is as well, so that helps Sanji using his special again later. But yeah, definitely an interesting pairing. Finally, I added Film Red Luffy here, since he also has the ability of launching several times if you have a Straw Hat or Shanks on the crew. And while Momo has Super Tandem, then Luffy has the final tap, so pretty interesting synergy that way. I will say though that the best Luffy legend to pair with Momo is of course the new Gear 5 legend, which does Call Affinity and Ore boost while Momo handles the attack boost like they are made for each other. So that's a very good combo. And I don't know if you hear the drums outside, which is pretty ironic considering Gear 5, but it's not something I prepared. They are just doing some drums outside. I have no idea why. Anyway, some more combos. We have the cat and dog combo just for speed runs. And they do buff slashers. Momo is a slasher, so with this pair you won't have any problem with speed. And if you do swap cat and dog at the same time, you will get a nice 2x ore boost to pair up with Momo. And when you use their special the turn after, you get another ore boost, so you basically add a lot of extra damage and speed, just a good combo in general. Moving on, I added Tandem Sanji since they are free spirit as well. So you can add a little bit of Super Claws for some extra damage and you get the rush. Momo won't benefit from it, but it still adds extra chain and is pretty good in general. And Sanji is just a great unit. It's really getting pretty loud. I hope you can hear me good. Robin, of course, just for Super Boss memes, like Robin can be used with Momo, just good to know. Like if you can be used with Robin or not is a pretty big deal about viability against Super Boss in general. We do have Kiko ISO here, which is pretty cool, since if you get an ore boost you can extend them with Kiko and ISO. You also have potential Wano orb manip. Like if you have a lot of slash, you can change top row to Wano, which helps Momo of course. And they just also do that chain lock, which is a good addition to Momo. So yeah, I think this will be an interesting pairing. And finally here, Luffy Ace. Like if you run them with Momo's captain, like you can resist special reavers as well, so pairs well with Momo. Get some extra matching slots. You get a special that does a good ore boost. And you can also add a potential burn conditional, so just a lot of damage together. Pretty interesting pairing. Finally, I have some potential ore boosters you can pair up that isn't Sai. You can start with Odin, of course, which will surely be a pretty good sub together with Roger. Even if the best Odin here is probably Toki and Odin in that case. But still, can help with Wano orbs, and with Roger you keep orbs for 2 stages. Vivi is an interesting captain hybrid, mostly because Vivi does both do the 3-turn ore boost, but she also resists special bind, which is very strong together with bind resist. Cat, don't think I need to tell you about what Cat does, like ignoring defensive effects, really good. You get the speedrun captain, and they do an ore boost with a special. I think Dog should have been here since cat doesn't like to be used with int units. Dog is more chill with that. He has nothing against int and psi units the same way. Mihawk, pretty cool if you do a slasher team, since you can get an ore boost for 2 stages. With a clock timer, Rayleigh is similar, but you can also get a chain lock. So I guess in that way, Rayleigh is a bit superior now. But yeah, those are some potential cool units to use with Legend Momo. Before ending this video, I already talked for 20 minutes, a lot of things to talk about with this unit. We do need to talk about the PvP too, and that's probably going to add a bit more time. There's a lot to talk about here. Momo, he's so majestic. And yeah, let's see what he does. Rumble ability. Psi-type teammates, level 5 HP up, level 5 attack up, level 5 recovery up. And if Odin or Toki is on the team, Psi-types get special CT speed up level 3. And that's perfect because he's basically Psi-focused unit. One of the best Psi units is V2 Odin. So yeah, they will definitely be on the same team, so you will always have that special CT speed up, which obviously helps. Otherwise, death up instead of recovery up will have been perfect, but he kind of makes up for it in the special. He targets team for guard up, which is fine, like sure. But death up level 5. One thing to note here is that after the guard up and death up, there's no clock. When there's no clock on a special, it means that it's a permanent buff. So this time you use a special, you get a death up level 5. Next time you use a special, you get another death up level 5. Next time you use a special, well, what do you see here? Another death up level 5. So you just keep adding on it, becoming more hard to kill. Otherwise, it's usually the other way around, where the longer the battle goes, the more damage you take, because you open up holes when a unit goes down, you have less defense when the PvP hero crew comes in. With Momo on the team, that might not be the case. You might just keep stacking the death up. Another thing that helps a lot with this is the fact that if Odin or Toki is on the team, you also target 3 Psi units for shield level 2. And I don't know if you've phase shield a lot. It's not super common. Like, I think Sanji has it, the new Super Sugo Sanji. Yamato and Ace had it as well. And it's really noticeable when a unit has it, because you hit a few times and do no damage. It has a lot of survivability. Like, this is the first time it's on a special territory unit. So imagine, let's say that the Yamato on the team, Sai Yamato, has like no HP left. Momo uses the special, it's applied to Yamato, and Yamato is almost dead, but now you keep hitting Yamato and Yamato won't die because the shield is up, and that shield is pretty substantive. It can take quite a bit of beating. So it might get really frustrating to face. And he also has attack 3 times counter. And counter can be pretty scary if you have it at a very high number. I think maybe you've seen the video I made with Zoro's counter, the recent Super Sugo Zoro. Like, you can't take, like, they can potentially solo a team. It's pretty scary once they get going. So despite not having a damaging special like this, Momo is a big buff for Psi. I see no reason not to use him. Like, the way I see it is that the team you'll use for Psi now is probably Momo, Gear 5 Luffy, Odin, and probably Yamato. Then we have some wild cards like V3 Law can still be used. Another wild card I want to throw in is the Kawamatsu, just to really speed up Momo, make him spam his special, make him keep applying shield to your team, increasing your defense. That sounds really annoying. But that's one part. The other part is like, will this new side team be any good? And to that I say, I don't know. Like, Int has the Apu PvP legend, Konis with level limit break. They're incredibly oppressive. I'm not sure if this side team will be able to beat it consistently, but it will be interesting to see. But yeah, that's all I had to say about Momo. Let me know if you look forward to him down in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.